So a couple people asked me for how I made this sweater cardigan. I posted it last weekend, 2 weekends ago, I can't remember. But basically it was inspired by the Eras Tour Secret Song blanket that I made. I really liked it and I kind of wanted something that I could wear around that had the same vibe. So I made this cardigan. So we're gonna chat. I don't really have a pattern for you, but what I'm gonna do is teach you how to hopefully make this slouchy cardigan so that it fits you. So the hooks that I used for this are a 5mm hook and a 4.25. I used the 4.25 for the wrists and then for the bottom part. I like using a smaller hook for those parts. I think it makes for a neater looking and a better fitting garment. And then I think I ended up using, let's see, maybe like I think it was 13 different colors of yarn. This would be a great way to use up your scrap yarn. This for me was almost all leftover yarn from my blanket. And then I ended up adding in orange because I wanted there to be orange in it. I wanted some more color variety. And I used a lot more white. So I think it's actually 12. I think it was 12 because I didn't use the 2 purples. So the wrists are 7 single crochets. So you're going to do 4 rows of that. And then on the 5th row, you're going to do another row of single crochets, but on the back loop. And then you're just going to keep repeating that. So it's 4 rows with the first row of the 4 always being on the back loop. So repeat that over and over again until you have something that loosely fits on your wrist so you can still get it over your hand. And you're going to want to make your 2 wrists at the same time so you can make sure they're exactly the same size, because you don't want to have a cardigan and then have the wrists be off by like ½ inch. Trust me, that would drive you crazy. So you're going to make both of your wrists. And then you're going to switch over to your larger hook and you're going to cast onto the top of your little wrist. And just do a row of single crochets and just cast them on. And then for the next row, you're going to put 2 single crochets into every single stitch so you can get this nice baggy vibe to it. So what I did for, I think both wrists, was I did a single crochet row, just casting on, and then I did my 2 single crochets into every stitch row, just single crochet cast on. And that's when and after you have that started, that's when you can start to add in your variety. So I just used all of these stitches from my blanket because I still wanted to have that vibe. My basic rule for that is try not to do too many open stitches rows in a row so that you still have a regular like cardigan product and don't have huge patches out in it. So the stitches that I used are single crochets, I used double crochets, I used half double crochets, then I have shell stitches, I have granny stripes, I have these, let's see, I have some mesh stitch, I have bobble stitches, let's see, do I have anything else? And then sometimes I just mix it up, so you could do like all in the same color, like a single crochet and then a half double and then another single, just so you can get some variety of texture. If all of the different stitches make you nervous, you could just do variations of singles or doubles or half doubles, and it would still give you a good amount of texture. And then to pick the colors, I used both a random song generator that I found online. It's literally just like a little wheel. If you Google Taylor Swift random song generator, you're gonna find it. Or I would put on a Spotify playlist and like when I needed a new color, whatever song came up, that album color is what I was going with. For all the songs that are not from traditional albums, so like from movie albums, or I couldn't quite place them, that's where I would use the white and the orange. And if I was gonna have doubles, like 2 in a row from the same album, I just re-rolled it for myself because again, I wanted a good variety of color. Also, my kingdom for a dress mannequin, because it'd be so much easier to show you this on that. But you're just going to keep working up and up and up, changing your colors and changing your stitches until it fits right into your armpit. You want it right up in there. This way, when you add it onto the cardigan, you have enough give in it that it fits all the way down to your sleeve. So the last stitch I did on the sleeve itself is this dark blue one. So as you can see, it is like right, even when the sleeve is out, it is like right up in my armpit. And then once you finish that sleeve, you're gonna do your second one. Exactly the same length. This is where, what are you hunting, Violet? My cat's hunting something. No, stop it. Stop hunting my slivers. Sorry. Anyway, this is where a tape measure would come in handy, so you can lay them out and make sure they are exactly the same size. So once you have both of your sleeves, I also did not make my sleeves matching. I made them two completely different patterns and color variations, because that's what I wanted in mine. But if that bothers you, you could always make them exactly the same. And then you're going to make your bottom ribbing. So I used the same pattern. I just think I used, I think it was 14 across rather than 7, just so it was a little bit wider. And what I did was I kept going until it could fit around my hips at the widest part, and then still have like 2 inches on each side left over to overlay. So again, you can get that like full oversized baggy cardigan look. You finished that, you're going to start casting on your colors. I did not want as much volume in the actual body of the cardigan as I had the sleeves. So I did, so once I did a row of just single crochets just to have something to grab onto, this second row was a single crochet and then 2 single crochets and a single crochet all the way across, just so you do still have some amount of volume. And then just like with the sleeves, you're just going to do a variety of your colors and different stitches. I used all of the same stitches from the sleeves that I did on the body. It is 109 degrees here today, so excuse the crop top and short shorts. But so once again, I wanted something that fit longer. I wanted it to kind of fit and go around the tush. And so you're going to go up and up and up and up until you get right into your armpit. So at this point, you're going to lay it out kind of the way that you would want it to fit. And you're going to use stitch markers to mark where you want your sleeves to go. So I ended up putting one here, and then I ended up putting one here. And what I used to attach the body to the sleeves is once again just a single crochet. This way it was no muss and no fuss. So this purple was the line that I used to attach them. So you're going to start at the end, you're going to do your single crochets around until you hit a sleeve, and then you're going to attach your sleeve by putting a single crochet both through the body and then through the sleeve. And then you're going to do single crochets all around the sleeve and pick up the body again where you eventually come around to. And then you're going to do them all around until you get to the other side of the body. And then once again, you're going to put a single crochet through both the body and the sleeve and finish this off. And then just so it doesn't look awkward, do a couple more rows in that same color so it all kind of ties it together. So once you've got the arms attached to the body, this is going to be when you want to start to do your decreases. So you can start bringing it in and around your shoulders. And this is going to be like when you're working on this, wear like a tank top or a t-shirt, because you're going to be trying it on a lot, because you want to make sure that it fits you, because that's why you're making this. You're making this to fit you. So for the first row, you're going to do a decrease every 3 stitches. For when I started doing these rows, I did these double crochets and I did decreases on them. And then for the bobble, I didn't do any decreases. And then I didn't do any decreases and then I did decreases on this next double crochet. Guys, there's gonna be a part 2. Sorry, look for that.